The new Pokemon is well available for PTS, and I'm gonna see how it looks like. First impression of the gameplay, but before we start the video, we're going to read about the passive. The passive is called Battle Armor, and when the Pokemon takes critical damage, a set of percentage of damage is reduced. Falinks is a group comprised of the Brass and 5 Troopers, and they utilize 3 formations: the Column Formation, the No-Retreat Formation, and the Dispatch Formation. When a move is used in a No-Retreat or Dispatch Formation, the effect of the move changes. This Pokemon can hold up to more ice energy than usual, so it can score more than usual. So having like Score Shield or like Go-Getter gonna be pretty beneficial for this Pokemon, I think. Now we're going to have a look at the actual gameplay. Again, shout out to El Chico for having this video uploaded on YouTube so we can make this kind of content. So tackle is pretty straightforward. You're just gonna dash, use the tackle as a dash ability. Having a small secure, the next ability is gonna be bulk up. Bulk up, I believe, gives you movement speed and a bit more attack. Having attack and bulk up, similar like to Machamp, where Machamp has bulk up and cross chop. As I mentioned before, tackle has a 7.5 second cooldown, has the user charge to a descending direction, dealing damage to opposing Pokemon and throwing them, so stunning them as well. The user's next basic attack becomes a boosted auto attack. So after using a tackle, you also have a boosted auto attack, which is pretty solid. Bulk up has an 8 second cooldown, increases the user's attack, defense, and basic attack speed for a short time. Also pretty straightforward. Mega Horn is a bit similar to tackle, but with Mega Horn you cannot go through the attack, like through the enemies. When you hit Mega Horn, you will see the enemy that you hit, but you can't get through. Similar when like you use tackle, that you can hit multiple targets. Falinks gets his next ability at level 6, which is no retreat, the formations that you can use, that we read up with the passive. I think when you use this no retreat, it's gonna have a different formation, I believe. So you unlock the formations at level 6. No retreat is gonna be like a formation. And I think if he uses no retreat, he's gonna change his Mega Horn ability. So here you can see that when he uses no retreat, the Mega Horn changes. Depending on the formation, he's gonna have a different ability, which is pretty interesting. Changing it again, using no retreat, and then changing the formation, having the Mega Horn as a dash ability. So I think you can make a lot of plays with Falinks, like using no retreat, changing the formation, using Mega Horn as a like secure ability, or hitting multiple targets at the same time. So having also the 6 second cooldown is pretty cool, honestly. Pretty interesting. Mega Horn has a user charged with its horn, dealing damage to opposing Pokemon it hits, and chopping them. Immediately afterwards, the user charges with its horn, and again it gains a shield. When the user is now retreat formation, it charges power before charging forward with its horn, dealing additional damage to opposing damage. It hits based on their max HP. So good against defenders. When the user dispatches formation, the troopers who are away from the column will also charge with their horns along with the brass. Now we're gonna have a look at the Unite move. The Unite move will be unlocked at level 9. Not like a EV evolution. When you use Unite move, you have like a similar to like a Garen DEMACIA, where you just spin around. I guess if you use the Unite move, you can deal a lot of damage. The next ability is gonna be Iron Head. You can use Mega Horn or Iron Head. Iron has the 7.5 second cooldown as the user attacks the designated duration area with its Steel Hard Head, dealing damage and applying a slowing effect to the Pokemon it hits, as well as granting itself its shield. When the user is no retreat formation, the move's range is shortened, but its area of attack is widened. The user's next attack for basic attacks can be used while it's moving. When the user is dispatch formation, however, the dispatch troopers return to the column. When the user attacks this move, returning to troopers, shove and deal damage to opposing Pokemon they hit and are away back onto the column. So it's a bit similar to like Metagross ability, where he uses his Hero Ball to get a shield, but this is a aiming ability where you jump into the enemies. It's similar to like a Ramos kind of Pokemon, where you like hard engage on the enemies and like try to fight them aggressively. Now we're gonna have a look at Beat Up instead of no retreat formation. So I guess when you use Beat Up, I'm not sure if you can change your formation. We're gonna have a look at Beat Up. You can use Beat Up to 2 times. Beat Up only has a 0.5 second cooldown. As the user charges its designated duration, dealing damage to opposing Pokemon it hits, the user switches to Dispatch formation, sending out 2 troopers towards opposing Pokemon it hit. The Dispatch troopers will continue to attack the opposing Pokemon for a while, but they will return to their brass after they take a certain amount of damage, or become separated from the brass by a certain distance of greater. The maximum of 2 users can be kept and reserved for that move. Yeah, that's interesting. I think when you use it, you can use it as like a double team, where you let the troopers attack the enemies. So it looks like kind of like a minion. You don't really like receive a lot of damage when you use it, because you can like stay behind them and let your troopers attack them. Honestly, that looked also pretty fun. I thought the beat up is gonna be a bit different, but beat up looks pretty strong as well. So I guess like both abilities are pretty solid. Using beat up to like let your minions attack the enemies, it can be also used like for farming, right? Like using it to farm the blue buff, and then going to the red buff, and then letting them come back. That's really cool to see. As you can see from this jungle clear, you can use Allrounder to engage and then beat up twice to let your minions attack the creeps and farm the creeps for you. I think it's a pretty efficient way. Yeah, I think that's all there is to the Pokemon. I'm looking forward to Falinks release because I think this Pokemon is gonna be really fun. I'm a water player myself. I like to play melee characters, and this Pokemon has a strange, unique playstyle where you play with your minions, having the no formation or the beat up, Iron Head. I think all abilities looks pretty strong, so I'm definitely looking forward to see how this Pokemon will be performing in ranked. That move looking also pretty strong, having like a Garen kind of playstyle where you just use that move and run towards the enemies, having a shield and dealing tons amount of damage. I hope you guys are enjoying this type of content. I'm looking forward to like release more type of content where I talk about a specific Pokemon when it releases or showcase my thoughts on it.